Fundamentals of Chinese 2, Unit 11, Shopping, Exchanging Shoes, Understand it. Turn to pages 239 and 240 in your textbook. Have pen and pencil ready to take notes. Okay. In this dialogue, Wang Peng goes to exchange some shoes. So he starts out by saying to the 售货员, the shop assistant, 对不起，这双鞋太小了，能不能换一双? Okay, so you get the beginning part here, 对不起, right? 这双鞋太小了, so there's a problem with the shoes. 能不能换一双? Okay, so we have this word 换, and here's how it's written. Here's the pinyin for it, 换. And 换 means to exchange. Okay, and you remember 双 was the measure word for something. Actually, it's a measure word for something that you'll learn in the next slide. So let's go take a look at that right now. Okay, 双 is a measure word for pair, a pair of something. Okay, so 能不能换一双? So what do you think this means? 对不起，这双鞋太小了，能不能换一双? So pause and write down what you think that means. So hopefully you had something close to, I'm sorry, this pair of shoes is too small. 这双鞋太小了. Can I exchange for another pair? 能不能换一双? Okay, you'll notice that there's really no direct translation here for another. So the direct translation here is, can I or can I not exchange a pair? 能不能换一双? Okay, this sentence you should have no problem with. 没问题，你看，这双怎么样? Okay, pause and write down what you think this sentence means. Okay, 没问题, no problem. 你看, or 您看, look. 这双怎么样? How about this pair? Okay, the first new word that appeared in this sentence is 行. 行. And 行 is a word that the Chinese use that mean okay, kind of similar to 好, but you really use 行to say hello, whereas 你好 means hello. 行 just basically means okay. So Wang Peng says 也不行，这双跟那双一样大. So this second part here we need to take a look at. There's some grammar in there, sentence structure that needs to be explained. But the beginning part you should have a good handle on. In the previous sentence, the 售货员 suggests a pair of shoes, and then Wang Peng says 也不行. Okay, and then he explains why it's 不行. Let's see what that is. Okay, in this sentence we have a comparison taking place. So you have 这双, which means this pair of shoes. And then you have this 跟, and then you have 那双, that pair. So this pair and that pair. 一样大. Okay? So when you have something, and then 跟, and then something, and then 一样, and then an adjective, we come up with the construction, this is as blank as that. This is as big as that. This is as small as that. Your book is as big as my book. Your book has as many pages as my book. I've learned as much Chinese as you have. These two books are the same size. This book is as big as that book. Okay, so for example, this apple 跟 that apple 一样 big. So this apple is as big as that apple. Okay. So Wang Peng says 也不行, and then he explains why. 这双跟那双一样大. So pause. Actually, first go take a look at, pause and take a look at grammar point 6 on page 242. Then when you come back, try and write down a translation to this sentence. So pause and do all that. Okay, I put these are here because in the sentence before, everyone knows that they're talking about Wang Peng's shoes that he brought back to the store and that he wants to exchange. So that's what I mean by these are. But in Chinese, they don't need to repeat that. So he just says, also not okay. 也不行. 这双, this pair, 跟那双, that pair, 一样大, is as big as. Okay, so he's saying that this pair is as big as that pair. They're the same size. All right, next the 售货员 says, 那这双黑的呢? And 黑 means black. So you should be able to sort out this sentence. 那这双黑的呢? So pause and write down what you think that means. And hopefully you came up with what about this black pair? Okay, Wang Peng comes back with a mouthful and says, 这双鞋, okay, 这双鞋虽然大小合适，可是颜色不好，有没有咖啡色的? Okay, so here we have a sentence pattern again. We have 虽然 and 可是. Okay, and 虽然可是 is equivalent to although and but in English. So although blah 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 blah, yet or but da 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 da. Okay, and why don't you pause and go take a look at grammar point 7 on page 243, and then come back. Okay, so you've seen some examples now on page 243. Okay, so let's take a look. You should be able to pick some of this out. 这双鞋, that's the subject of the sentence. 虽然大小合适，可是颜色不好. Okay, so what is 大小合适? Let's take a look. Okay, 大小 is the word for size. Now, 大, means big, and 小 means small. And so these two together, 大小, mean size. So you actually should be able to figure out this sentence now. 这双鞋虽然 You remember you learned this 合适 previously. It means suitable. Okay, so 虽然这双鞋虽然大小合适，可是颜色不好，有没有咖啡色的? Okay, so pause and write down what you think this means. It's a little tricky, but you can get it. Okay, although the size of this pair is suitable, the color is bad. Do they come in coffee color? Okay, so although the size of this pair is suitable, 这双鞋虽然大小合适, okay, although size of this pair of shoes is suitable, okay, 可是颜色不好, but, however, color bad, 不好. 有没有咖啡色的? Do they come in coffee color? Okay, or do you have uh, these shoes in coffee color? Could be another way of saying it. All right, the next sentence by the shop lady, the 售货员, shouldn't be any problem for you. 对不起，这种鞋只有黑的. Okay, pause and write down what you think that means. And I'm sure you came up with something close to sorry, this shoe only comes in black. 对不起, right? 这种鞋, this kind of shoe, this kind of shoe. 只有 only have black ones. 只有黑的. Okay, so Wang Peng apparently finds a pair he likes and says, 这双样子挺好的，就是它吧。你们这儿可以刷卡吗? Okay, so there's a bit of new vocabulary in here. Let's take a look at it one by one. The first being 样子，这双鞋样子挺好的. Okay, so what's this 样子? Okay, 样子 means style. Okay, so 这双 this shoe style 挺好的. Okay, 这双 this pair of shoe style 挺好的. So what is 挺好的? 这双鞋样子挺好的. Okay, 挺 is a popular Chinese character to mean very or rather, kind of like 很. Okay, very similar. It means very or rather, 挺. So 这双鞋样子挺好的. Okay, very good. 挺好的. Very similar to, you could also say 很好的. 很好的, which you've learned before. 就是它吧. 你们这儿可以刷卡吗? So what is this following stuff here? Let's have a look. 刷卡. First, real quick, let me just say this ta means it. It's just like he, she, it. So this one means it. 就是它吧. 这双鞋样子挺好的，就是它吧. 你们这儿可以刷卡吗? Okay, so 刷卡. 刷卡 is to pay with a credit card. Okay. 刷 means to wipe or swipe across, to wipe something. And 卡 means card. 刷卡. Okay, so you should be able to sort this sentence out. 这双鞋样子挺好的，就是它吧。你们这儿可以刷卡吗? So pause and write down what you think this means. And hopefully you came up with something close to the style of this pair is pretty good. 这双鞋样子挺好的. This is what I want. 就是它吧. This is it. This is the one. This is it. 就是它吧. This one is the one. 就是它吧. This is what I want. Remember, this is what I want really isn't literally what this says. This says, geo. It means exactly, sort of. Exactly is exactly the one that I want. 就是它吧. This is. So literally, exactly is it. Ba. That's a little translation. So there's no want here. There's no character here that means want. We just translated it that way. 就是它吧. It's the one. Okay. And then 你们这儿, you all here, 可以刷卡吗? Can you you wipe a credit card or swipe a credit card? Right? 你们这儿可以刷卡吗? Do you take credit cards here? The shop assistant says, 对不起，你们 不收 actually 对不起，我们不收信用卡。不过这双的钱跟那双一样。So you just learned this a few slides back. 这双的钱跟那双一样，您不用再付钱了。Okay. So first in here we have show 对不起，我们不收信用卡。Okay, so show is accept. So we don't accept 信用卡。Now what is a 信用卡? You should be able to guess. Here you have 卡 again. So you have this 信用. 信用卡 is credit card. So 信用 is like a word for credit. And 卡 is the word for card. 信用卡。对不起，我们不收信用卡。Okay. Then the shop assistant says this, 不过这双的钱跟那双一样，您不用再付钱了。So, 不过 means however. 不过 Okay, 对不起，我们不收信用卡。不过 however. 这双的钱跟那双一样。Okay, you should know all this. 钱 means money. So they're making that comparison again, saying this is as much as that. 这双的钱, so here's the key word here. 钱, which means money. Okay. 这双的钱跟那双一样，您不用再付钱了。Okay. So 再 means again. Okay, so 您不用再付钱了, so you don't have to do something again. What is this here? 付钱. You don't have to pay again. 您不用再付钱了. You don't have to pay again. So what does this mean? You should be able to sort this out. 对不起，我们不收信用卡，不过这双的钱跟那双一样，您不用再付钱了. Pause and write down what you think that means. And hopefully you came up with something close to sorry, 对不起, we don't accept credit cards. 我们不收信用卡。不过, however, 这双的钱跟那双一样. This pair costs the same as that pair. So the pair he's exchanging costs as much as the pair that he wants to replace them with. Okay? You don't need to pay anymore. 您不用再付钱了. You no need again pay money. Okay? And that concludes this instructional video.